Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for some more side quests as we work to unlock flight in the Dravanian hinterlands. This is the last zone we have access to that we don't have flight in yet, so we're going to go ahead and do that now while we are rapidly approaching the end of the main story. Saro Roggo here in Matoya's cave has our first quest. Saro Roggo is a picture of nervous energy. Saro Roggo's common life. Is this a pun on Rocco's modern life? I need to watch that at some point. I watched the movie that came out some years back on Netflix. It was good. I still need to watch the original cartoon. I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to it though. There's so many things to watch and they're all so good. Woe is me, Ribbit. Mistress Matoya will have my hide. You are our guest, and yet you would lend me your aid? Oh, thank you, kind adventurer. I am in your debt. Permit me to introduce myself, Ribbit. I am Saro Roggo, a humble servant of Mistress Matoya. I am tasked with picking leaves from her herb garden, from which I make her tea. Alas, drawn to their medicinal properties, bugs have recently taken to ravaging the herbs. I attempted to get rid of the pests, but they are too much for a lone Parogo to handle. I would be grateful if you could eliminate them in my stead, Ribbit. Alright, let's go defeat some bugs and save the medicinal herbs. Those are very important. We do not want those to get destroyed. Playing as Dark Knight today because there are only 2 jobs that are level 60 now, Dark Knight and Machinist, and Dark Knight is definitely the lower in experience. That's usually how I do it, whichever job is the lowest in experience, that is from the current expansion. But it was nice to know that Dark Knight's the lowest because it is also my favorite, and I would very much like to play more of it. Alright, goodbye, Oranfly. I need you to perish. Also, we picked up a weapon for Dark Knight, the Balladian Claymore. Picked that up from the Great Gobbie Library. Interestingly, a good amount of the weapons in particular from the Great Gobbie Library are themed after various other cultures from around Eorzea. The library appears to have a repository of items from various cultures around the area, or around the continent. Which is neat, but also, given Charlian is British in theme, having kind of a British museum themed area, dungeon is If you don't know the controversies about the British museums, oh, it's fun. Not really, it's not fun, it's awful. There's a reason why people have been trying for centuries to get the British Museum to give back most of the things they have. Or at least a good chunk of them. Probably not most. That's not fair to say. Okay, the bugs have been dealt with. But yeah, Charlian, I do want to be clear. It is very much Britain-based in the fact that it is based on the British Isles. I've mentioned before that the geography of the world is kind of based on Africa, Europe, Asia. British Isles, Ishgard is France, all of Europe is kind of like slammed into the top of Africa, kind of. Lenosha is Madagascar, but on the wrong side of the continent. Thanolin is like South Africa. Yeah, there is some very blatant like real world inspiration in terms of the geography. I don't know enough about the cultures over in Africa, Europe, Asia to like actually know how much they drew inspiration from those cultures, or if it's just like geographical inspiration, just because that's an easy way to make a fantasy world. It's just take Earth and modify it a little bit. So I can't say whether it's all well done. But I do know that like up here is kind of like the Russia area. Over here, Othard is kind of like East Asia, China, Mongolia. There's definitely some Mongolia in there. Hingashi's Japan. And then Mericidia's down south, we know that, and that is Australia. That's where the dragons are from. That is also where Alag went to war against them and captured them and put Bahamut in the moon. We'll get more into that later when it becomes relevant, but yeah, no. The bugs... The bugs are no more. Oh, thank you. Not only are you kind, but you are strong as well, Ribbit. Now I can resume my duties again, harvesting and making tea. It is all I am capable of. I am a failed creation, you see. Unlike my mistress's other children, I'm incompetent and clumsy. For want of a task I could perform, she bade me serve her tea 7 times daily. But even in this, I needed assistance, Ribbit. Unless I make myself more useful, it is only a matter of time before my mistress removes my enchantment. Then I would revert to an ordinary toad incapable of speech. I cannot bear the thought of that. I must become a better servant, and I believe that I can do so, if only I knew what my mistress desires. Having received of her blessing, the brooms here are bound to possess this knowledge, unless they refuse to talk to me. But as you are our guest, they cannot willfully ignore you, even if they are not entirely cooperative or forthright. Please speak with them, Ribbit, and acquire the information I need to survive. Alright, we've got an objective. Help Saro Roggo over there not be turned back into a toad. Should we choose to undertake this quest, we will receive no guidance from the journal or the duty list. We will need to read the text carefully and decipher the clues to determine our next course of action. The straightforward broom will share with us his knowledge in exchange for a straightforward task. Namonski's Namonski's Egdawonk, swish swish-aroo. But if you desire my knowledge, you must first grant me my heart's desire. Nothing fascinates me more than ether. Streams of it go round and round the world like a great tangle of ribbons. When one rides such a stream, where will one end up? I often engage in such musings. But even as I muse, I frighten myself silly. For instance, what if I were to arrive at my destination only to find that there is no dust to sweep? Can you imagine a worse fate? Of course you can't, you are not a broom. But I am, and I require a safety measure, something that will point the way home no matter where I find myself. A signpost for ethereal travel, as it were, sparkly, glowy, angularly. Such signposts used to be commonplace in Charlian. If you can find one and bring it to me, I will share my knowledge with you. Okay, so you clearly want an aetherite of some sort. So we need to go find an aetherite? And we're receiving no guidance. None on this. No guidance! Welcome back, the greatest story never told. We've gotten more riddle quests. I do not want to have to search over the entire hinterlands to find this. So I might actually, since it's basically just look for the thing that they asked for, I might look up roughly where to find it if I don't have an immediate thought. My immediate thought is either in Idyllshire itself, or maybe in the town up here. Because there is a town, a very rundown town, and that's where an aetherite would be. So I'm gonna see if I can figure it out. I actually am looking up the notes. I am actually looking up where to find it, because there is a lot of area to search, and we don't have time for that. I know what it is we need to look for. It's just searching at this point, and I've got some ideas, and looking at the notes, looking at the guide, one of my ideas is correct. So I'm gonna go ahead and meet you over where it is. Actually, hold on. Never mind, I might not need to meet you at all, because looking at that description again, yeah, no, that makes sense. That is a place where an aetherite would probably be. There's 2 spots where it actually could mean. I'm gonna check both of them. Alright, so, as it turns out, there are 2 locations where you can find a shattered aetherite. And one of them, where would you put an aetherite shard? What kind of location would have had an aetherite shard? This is really obvious at hindsight. I probably didn't need to look this up. But I didn't want to waste time, actively trying to think about this. I could have figured it out pretty easily if I tried, but I didn't want to waste time, since we got a lot of stuff to do today. So let's take this on back to the broom and get our next quest. And also get our information that we need for Saro Roggo. Alright, there you are, straightforward broom. I bring to you an aetherite shard. Oh my goodness, it's backward speech. The brave adventurer returns, swish swish-aroo. Knowledge seeks no man, is what they said earlier. Did you find it? A signpost for ethereal travel? I did. Yes, this is precisely what I wanted. With this, I can always find my way home. I need not fear being condemned to a dustless life. As promised, I will share with you such knowledge as I have received from my mistress. That is, the fruits of her research into ether. Ether is the thread from which all creation is woven, and Mistress Matoya has devoted her life to unraveling its secrets. Over the years, she has made discoveries beyond count. Why, if I had a bristle for each one, I would be a rich broom indeed. But wealth is a thing to be shared, and the fruits of my mistress's research are distributed among my brother brooms and our distant relatives at homes. Oh, you wished only to know what my mistress desires? I am afraid I cannot tell you, for she never imparted that knowledge to me. Sorry to disappoint. Well, now I have a bad feeling about the other two. Let's do this one next. Statuesque Broom. Another riddle quest. The Statuesque Broom has pure intentions for you. Knowledge seeks no man, swish swisharoo, but if you desire my knowledge, you must first grant me my heart's desire. I am a finder of filth and a pursuer of purity. And right now I desire to behold that which is the opposite of dry, dirty dust. Pure, untainted water. At the heart of the answering quarter there is a pool. If you follow the stream which feeds this pool to the west, you will find an untainted spring. I want you to draw water from the spring and bring it to me. If the water is as pure and amazing as I imagine, I will share with you my knowledge. Oh, well that's easy. You told me where to go. This will be an easy riddle. Okay, so most likely I'm going to assume the spring being talked about is the Quickspill Delta. So we just need to follow it west, you said? Easy enough. If not, then there's probably a spring up here. I'm gonna guess this thing on the edge of the map right here is where we would need to go as the alternative. But we're gonna try this path first. There's a strong chance that this is correct. We just need to figure out where the source is. Looks like it goes up this way. A very, very shallow stream. For how steep this hill is, you'd think it'd be rushing a little bit faster than this, but oh well. And here we are, untainted spring water. Easy. Back we go. Didn't need to look this one up at all. Easy, easy riddle. Alright, self-possessed broom. No, not you. Statuesque broom, I return with your water. The brave adventurer returns, swish swisharoo. Do you have it, the spring water? I do. Completely free of alkin larvae, spriggan feces, nunca eggs, and mind-altering fungwar spores. Trying to decide whether to make a comment. Nope, not gonna do it, not gonna do it. Amazing, I can see right through it. Sometimes I can't even tell whether it's there or not. And yet there is something underwhelming about it all. In the end, it's just ordinary water. Legends speak of a water which surpasses all waters in its beauty. It is unattainable to we brooms who possess no face. It is said that men have it, but not once has Mistress Matoya shown hers to us. Perhaps her well has run dry. Saltier than the blood-brine sea, yet clearer than the Thaliok River. You have this water, I am certain of it. If you will show it to me, I will share with you my knowledge. Cross my bristles and hope to die. It's tears. I didn't even need the salty hint. As soon as I said the humans have it, or mankind has it, I was like, yeah. Oh, it doesn't even tell us which it is. Perfect, perfect. As befitting of a riddle quest. No sob, but there is probably... Oh, you know what? It's probably in expressions. No. Where is it? Here we go. Cry. Be still, my rustling bristles. This is the water of legend, and now I remember its name. Tears. The rivulets streaming down your face, so poignant and yet somehow beautiful. As promised, I will share with you such knowledge as I have received from my mistress. That is, the history of Sharlayan. Prior to the Exodus, such knowledge as was conceived here was presented to the Forum, the body of scholars which, for all intents and purposes, rules in the northern motherland. Mistress Matoya was none too fond of them, to put it mildly, for they hindered her research in the name of their so-called laws, though envy and spite were as often the motive for their actions. I am but a simple broom, and I cannot claim to understand my mistress's feelings, but I imagine that it was like getting dust stuck between my bristles. Oh, you wish only to know what my mistress desires? I am afraid I cannot tell you, for she never imparted that knowledge to me. Sorry to disappoint. My fears are confirmed! At least for the second one. Self-possessed broom, you're the third and final broom. Please give me the knowledge. This self-possessed broom needs your help to satisfy his fetish for bridges. Knowledge seeks no man, swish swisharoo, but if you desire my knowledge, you must first grant me my heart's desire. After I finish sweeping, I go outside to dispose of the dust, and every time I do so, I find myself admiring bridges. Fat bridges, skinny bridges, bridges made of rocks, tough bridges, rickety bridges, even bridges with pigeon flocks. They are unique and fascinating all. I love to note and compare the differences, colors, sizes, and so forth. The other day I got to wondering, what is the tiniest bridge in the area? I spoke with a little bird and she told me that there's a wooden bridge along the cliffs to the west, that's tinier than anything from Malm's. If you can find it for me, I will share with you my knowledge. Cliffs to the west, okay? That shouldn't be too hard to find. I've got a hunch already. In fact, I think I remember doing this quest about 3 years ago. I think I very specifically remember this quest 3 years ago. It's gonna be one of these bridges, one of these wooden bridges out here, so we're gonna wanna stay down here. Underneath the cliffs. And we need to find, okay, this one's just broken and leads to a dead end, so we're gonna wanna head this way. Somewhere around here, there should be an absolutely tiny bridge. Worst case scenario, it's actually up above us, in which case we might need flight to get up there. Ah, you know what? It could be... Is it crossing one of these streams? Wait, hold on. A wooden bridge. Oh, right, and they mentioned natural bridges. Okay. It's not a man-made bridge. Could it be you? No. Not that. There's no marker on it. There's no quest objective on it. Could it be up here? I just need like a tiny little log crossing a stream or something like that. We're gonna keep heading up here. There it is! Oh, look how tiny it is! We discover a tree trunk that is arguably serving as a bridge. Okay, let me just get up there real quick. Fine. Also got more of the map while we were at it. Tiny little piece of the map. I'm so glad I saw the fallen tree and it reminded me of this. Alright, back we go. Easy riddle. Fun riddle. Alright, self-possessed broom, I return. I found your tiny-ass bridge. The brave adventurer returns, swish swisharoo. Did you find it? The tiny bridge of which the little bird spoke. Pray describe it to me that I might behold it in my mind's eye. Yeah, it's just a little tiny log that fell across a small gap. Oh my, such a charming little bridge. Though I love big bridges and I cannot lie. Good for you. There is something to be said for simplicity. I should like to sweep the bridge someday. As promised, I will share with you such knowledge as I have received from my mistress. That is, the workings of her crystal eye. 'Tis the most prized of Mistress Matoya's possessions, allowing her to see such truths as lay hid in the ebb and flow of ether. I wonder if one can see behind the shelves with it. My bristles rustle at the mere thought of all the dust that is collected there. Oh, you wished only to know what my mistress desires? I am afraid I cannot tell you, for she never imparted that knowledge to me. Sorry to disappoint. As expected, absolutely no help these brooms were. Though the information they gave about Matoya and Charlian was interesting. Another riddle quest. Saro Roggo is eager to hear how we fared in our inquiries after Matoya's desires. If I remember correctly, we absolutely want to get the glaze nut. Yes, definitely want to get the glaze nut. This one we can gather ourselves. This one, I believe we can get ourselves. But the glaze nut you can only get through gardening. Or through this quest, or through the market board. So, limited supply. We want to get the glaze nut. fared your inquiries, Ribbit? Were you able to learn from the brooms what my mistress desires? Nope, they were useless. None of them knew. Inquisitive as they are, I was so certain they possessed the knowledge. You have already done much for me, but I must trouble you for one more favor. It is my last resort, Ribbit. My mistress secretly has one more broom, which she keeps outside the cave. I chanced to see her summon it once with some manner of incantation. That it's a special broom is plain to see, and as such I believe it possesses knowledge that the others do not. Now I know not how to summon this broom, but its fellows here should be able to help you on this at least. Please speak with them again, Ribbit. Alright then, help me out. I'm trying to summon your brother. The kind adventurer returns, Swisharoo. Thanks again for bringing me the signpost. If there is aught else you wish to know, please do not hesitate to ask. I am looking for your brethren who is summoned by a word. I see. I'm not aware of an incantation, but I do know the broom of which you speak. My mistake. After all, she is my sister, born of the same wood as I am. I have not seen her recently, but perhaps my brothers have. You would do well to speak with them. I had assumed that the brooms were all using he/him pronouns just as default because they are... I assumed not gendered in general, they were just defaulting to it, but nope, they actually do have genders. Interesting. How may I serve you, Swisharoo? You wish to meet our sister, you say? I suppose you did show me your lovely, lovely tears. Very well, I will tell you what I know. As she is usually outside, we seldom see our sister. But this one time, when we were all getting our bristles cleaned, she taught me how she may be summoned. When we wish to see her, we need but say the name of that which is dearest to our mistress. Unfortunately, I don't know what that thing is. Mayhap one of my brothers will know. I have a guess already. Yeah, it's been years since I did this quest, so I don't remember, but like, we know enough about her that we can probably guess. She comes to me. And finally she comes to me, Swisharoo. So you wish to know what is dearest to our mistress. That is a difficult question. From her research into ether to her herb garden, much and more is dear to her. What she loves most, I cannot say, but I know for a fact what she hates above all else. Y'shtola. How do I know this? Because she never, ever talks about Y'shtola. Why, she goes to great pains to avoid the subject. She wouldn't do that for something she likes now, would she? That sure is a opinion you have there, Broom. Were you able to learn it, Ribbit? The incantation by which we may summon my mistress's secret broom. Yeah, the word is Y'shtola. So it's the name of that which is dearest to her, but we only know for certain that she hates Y'shtola above all else. Why, that isn't helpful in the least. That was the worst croak I could have made. Oh well, we're moving on. But we can't give up, not yet. It was at the bridge east of here that my mistress summoned the broom. Please go there and try calling out the names of various things. You're bound to stumble upon the right word eventually. Somewhere to the east with our keyboard in say mode. Bridge to the east. Shouldn't be too hard to find. This is an easy one. She doesn't talk about Y'shtola because she misses her. How many students has Matoya taken in the time since Y'shtola left? None, seemingly? Okay, Parogos, I'm trying to help one of your brothers, one of your siblings. Chill! Oh, don't you slow me, you jerk. There. Down it goes. Okay, not this bridge. It actually wants us to go, all the way up to the bridge that leads to the Great Gooba Library. Fair enough, I'll just go ahead and meet you up there then. Oh, we don't even need to go on top of the bridge, we just go to its base. Roggo, knock it off, I don't want to participate in your fate. Knock it off, leave me alone, there we go. I picked up my keyboard and it was backwards, good job. Oh my god! I'll kill you, but only to get you out of the way, not to participate in the fate. They're gonna torment me, aren't they? Okay, we're doing this. Fuck you. Okay, I killed 2 of them. There seem to be no more spawning. Let's do this. We hear the sound of sweeping nearby. Sweeping is believing, swish swisharoo. Who is it that summons me? I do gotta say, it is, intriguing that she named her broom Ishtola. You are she who summoned me. I desire nothing of you, save that you desire nothing of me. I possess no knowledge that could possibly be of use to you. For my mistress has imparted unto me naught but memories, the memories of a young Ishtola. The warmth of her hands, her determined countenance, her blossoming into a woman grown, every mundane conversation they shared, her sudden departure, the painful farewell. My mistress cannot bear to have these memories near, but neither does she wish to forget them. So it was that she entrusted them to my safekeeping and bade me remain hidden. I can tell you not more. Pray leave me to my sweeping. So, what she desires more than anything else? Seems to be for Y'shtola to return. Saro Raggo! I have news. I know what she desires the most, and it's not something you can provide. You succeeded in summoning the secret broom. Huzzah! I knew you could do it, so what did the broom tell you, Ribbit? Yes, she loves Y'shtola and she wants her back. That's truly the way of it. But I can scarcely become Y'shtola, or anything else for that matter, and now I've exhausted all avenues to learn my mistress's desires. Oh, woe is me! Useless as I am, I'm doomed to become a mindless, speechless toad. Again, I can't do a croak! And we're getting the Glame's Nut, we're getting the Broom Bush. Both of these are only for gardening, so we very much want to grab them while we can. And another riddle. Saro Roggo is resigned to his fate. It feels like only yesterday that I was a simple toad, without a thought for aught beyond the next bug I would eat. But a twist of fate saw me chosen by Mistress Mutoya. She raised me up, Ribbit, making me into a Pirogo and bestowing upon me a name. Short though my time was serving my mistress, and poorly, these were the happiest days of my life. Ribbit? Will you oblige me one last favor, kind adventure? A request from a condemned soul, Ribbit. When I revert to an ordinary toad, I will go back to dwelling in the wetlands outside my mistress's cave. However, Upkins lurk near the area, preying upon my kind. Please vanquish the beast, and that I need live in fear. That's hardly a riddle. But sure, I can do that. I can make sure that you will be safe in your years to come. Though a thought occurs to me. How do you know you're going to be turned back into a toad? Has she actually told you that? Like, has she told you that at all? Or are you just assuming that because you feel like you're doing a terrible job at your job? Why are these Pirogos still so stubborn? Alright, fine, we're killing them. I was hoping they'd back away from me being too far away, but nope. They want to fight, so they get a fight. They want to slow me? I guess they get to slow me. Gosh dang it. Oh, we are fighting free. The Sun Leech is here. There we go. Now leave me alone so I can fight the Yopkins. Oh, those are big indeed. Yeah, let's definitely get rid of them before they can become a problem for future Toad Saro Roggo. Alright, now then, back to searching the perimeter for the next one. How about over here? Perfect. Here we are. Hello, flat-footed Upkin. So I was actually curious about something recently. I did say in a previous side questing video that It's generally a good idea when you're looking for items in an area or for destinations in an area to search around the edge of the circle. Because generally it seems like the developers make the circle that shows you where to look such that it's usually around the smallest circle that contains all the locations you can go to, or that you need to go to. I actually looked up exactly the math behind that, and it turns out if you have 3 points, like 3 destinations, exactly 3 points is exactly enough to define a unique circle. Which also means if the developers are consistent about that, oh hey look, the fate that I partially did, it finished and failed. Yeah, but which means that if the developers do in fact place the circles as the smallest circle which contains all the destinations, if you find 2 of the points, you can then from that calculate, you should then be able to calculate, I think the 3rd point should be pretty easy to find. Well, not easy to find, but it should theoretically be something you can calculate. Just working through the math backwards from the final circle and the 2 points you do know. So that's funky. You've seen to the Upkins. Thank you ever so much, Ribbit. Now I can live out my days as a mindless toad in peace. I don't know what I would do without you, kind adventure. Well, I suppose this is it. Perhaps we'll meet again at a muddy pond or in a swath of swamp grass. Please be careful that you don't accidentally step on me. Croak! Would that there were another way, but there isn't, and I must accept my fate. Lest you are thinking to cheer me up, know that it's no use, Ribbit. No use at all. Cheering me up, that is. Yeah, lay it on a little bit thicker, why don't you? I'm sure she's not gonna unparago you. Thank you, kind adventurer, for believing in me. I was bogged down in the quagmire of despair, but you have set my cold wavekin blood to boiling with determination. 'Tis too early to give up, Ribbit. I will go to Mistress Montoya and demand to know her heart's desire, or perish in the trying. So, do you think you could speak with her first? Soften her up a little. I shall be right behind you. Montoya, your servants are awfully terrified of you. Have you considered being a little bit nicer to them? A serious talk, you say? Very well, let's talk then. Oh, venerable mistress, your humble servant comes before you to beg a boon. I would know your heart's desire of it. Pray speak it unto me, and I shall see it fulfilled. What's brought this on? Are you afraid I'd turn you back into a normal toad or something? Well, I'm sorry, but I've got no desires. None at all. Nay, there's naught left of me but my pride. I poured my heart and soul into my research. Passionate as I was, I invariably clashed with those around me. But even as these clashes served to stoke the fires of my motivation, they walled me off from the rest of the world. And here I am. This cave is my home now, but ere long it will become my tomb. I'll die and turn into bones amidst this gloom, and none will be the wiser. There's nothing I desire, I'm just an old woman awaiting death. No, my mistress, you are great and wise, you deserve better than that. If you will but give the command, I shall make your accomplishments known to the world, that your name might be remembered for all time. Ah, fool of a Roggo. If I desired such things, I wouldn't have hidden myself here. If someone wants my knowledge, they'll have to find my cave, and force open the door, and survive the attentions of my minions. Then there is truly nothing I can do for you. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? But if you wish to serve me so badly, very well, I shall give you a task. When I die, you are to close this eye of mine, the one that sees all. After which you are to summon my hidden broom and lay it at my side. You know of it, I shouldn't doubt. It shall be done, my mistress. As surely as my name is Saro Roggo, it shall be done, Ribbit. That is well. Did you hear, kind adventurer? Thanks to you, I've been entrusted with a task of great honor. Finally, my existence has purpose. I'm sure you'll do just fine at it as well. I'm grabbing tenacity, actually. Why not? Well, is there something else? No, my mistress, I'm making sure to be present when you draw your last breath. The better to perform my duty. I'm not gonna die in a hurry, you dolt! Now stop standing about and go make me some tea. At once, my mistress! Croak! I'm sorry you had to put up with that, Matoya. Though you should probably reassure them that you literally just did, actually. You just reassured them that you're not gonna turn them back into a frog. That is a very sweet request, though. Make sure her memories of Ishtal are at her side when she passes. Alright. That was a long quest line, but we still got a few more to go to unlock the unlock flight in the area. We're going till we got it, so it's gonna be a bit. Alright, next up, south of the eastern exit from Idleshire, down here at Big West Shortstop, we have a quest. From, where are you? There you are, Tap Clicks. Louder than words. Tap Clicks is eyeing us suspiciously. Psh, Skull, you are a stranger, you are a sneaky peeker, you are a thief working for Illuminati. You can't take these things, no, they are for all to enjoy. But Illuminati always try to steal and hide things. Tap Clicks must be on constant guard. If you say you are Gobbie friend, then prove it. Find Illuminati and defeat them. Drive them away from this place. Alright, sure, I can go kill some Illuminati. They've caused us plenty of problems already, both back in Bravelox's Long Stop Hard, and recently when we first came to the Hinterlands. They're a menace and they need to be stopped. Alright, there's one. And here's two. Oh, they're really after us specifically. Oh no. They must not be happy with our earlier interference. Alright, and looks like that's good. Tap Clicks, are you satisfied now? Oops. Looked over to check off the quest on my list and accidentally crashed into a wall. Good job, me. Psh, Shko, you slew Illuminati Fighty Force. You are a true Gobbie friend. The things here are for all people of Idleshire, but Illuminati try to steal them away. Illuminati is our enemy. Illuminati is your enemy. This means you are our friend. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Tapclicks has one more, but it's not part of a quest chain, or not in chain with that quest, so next up we're heading into Idleshire itself. Our next quest is going to come from Half Six here in Idleshire, right over by Slowfix and Holpix. Ebb and Aetherflow. Half Six is fidgeting. Pshko! Half Six has very important tasks for trusty Uplander, but must be done with fastness. Aetherite of Idleshire needs of inspection, maybe needs upkeep too. If Gobbies do not take a look and fix little problems, its spinnings may shudder and stop, or there is very big boom. But Half Six does not have the right tools. Uplander, there is no time to waste. Half Six needs Aetherflow distributors. The nearest are in the base of Illuminati. Come, raid their store pots. Well, back to fighting the Illuminati. Oh goody. Back to Idleshire. I'm assuming this is going to be East Half. We indeed need to head into the East Half, into what appears to be the large building at the center of the Maker's Quarter. We've circled around it a few times, but we've never actually gone in, so... time for a raid. Oh yeah, the Gobbies have been building their own structures on it. Interesting. Oh, and here's the other Ethernet shard that you can probably grab for the riddles earlier. There's probably more, actually, now that I think about it. I would assume any broken Ethernet shard should work. Alright, where is the entrance? It should be around here. So, oh my god, I went right past it. Alright, in we go. Screw you, Illuminati. Chase me if you dare. Sound the alarm if you dare, but you will not defeat me. I just need to bust all the way in. Find the Illuminati pot, kill anyone who's still chasing me, and then steal it. Oh, goody. And of course the Illuminati have gotten their hands on Magitech as well. Just what we need. More assholes with Magitech armor. Okay, we're good. Grab the pots. We need to grab 3 of them. Well, good news, I see all 3. And of course, to make sure that we're not just trying to grab it and run, and we have to actually fight the enemies, they make it take a long time to actually grab the pots. Alright, well, you're gonna get in the way too, so might as well go switch to AoEs. There we go, 1 down. And you'll finish it off. There, now please leave me alone. Let me steal your pots. I need those Aetherflow distributors. There we go, we should have it all now. Back to Aetherflow. Half 6, I return! I have what you need for the maintenance. Has a blender found Aetherflow distributors? I have. A highly complex instrument used to gauge the stability of an aetherite. Pshko! Thank you, Uplander. With these, Half 6 can do upkeep. Uplanders of Charlian are making aetherites to whirl using tricksy ancient knowings. If Gobbie Flock used his tools and parts left by old Uplanders, then Aetherite of Aethershire will stay spinning for many, many years. Alright, glad we could get that fixed up. Lastly, we got a 3-quest chain, I believe, from Midnight Dew, who should be right over here. I see you in the distance. Midnight Dew has many quests, but the 3 in this chain are... The quest that leads to an ether current only has a 3-quest chain associated with it. Steam appears to be rising from Midnight Dew's beautifully bedecked ears. Gods damn it, I've been had. Some twice cursed sons of a mad, blind bitch have made off with all my takings and my tradables too. I knew this place was full of treasure hunters, but I never reckoned it'd be my treasures they'd be hunting. And it ain't just my losses that concern me. The Gobbies count on the goods I bring in to keep this place fed and watered. If I don't get my stock back, this whole town could fall apart. What do you say, Adventure? Will you help me bring these thieving cursed book? An Adventure coming back from the answering quarters says he bumped into a gang of ill-looking brutes on Front Bridge. Nearly knocked the poor kid into the Thaliok, they did. Anyhow, he says they were heading into the ruins. Meet me there and we'll start the search. Alright then, on to the answering quarters. That's going to be west half. Here we are, just outside of Aethershire, up this building here. There you are, Midnight Dew. Well met last, now here's the plan. Considering the weight of the stuff they stole, they won't get far on foot. Chances are they've got a boat hidden somewhere. I'll get onto my crew and have them stake out the riverbank. In the meantime, I want you to search the ruins for whatever you can find. Maybe the bandits are lying low out there, or maybe they've stashed the loot and moved on. If you should chance upon any of my belongings, I'd be obliged if you'd bring them back to me. Alright, you look for the robbers, I'll find the items. Any items that we might be able to find. Alright, deeper we go into the ruins. I get the feeling I went the wrong way. Looks like it's about the same distance either way, it's fine. Alright, now what can we find? Anything stashed up here, maybe? Aha! Found the bandits! Would you kindly give back the stuff you stole, you assholes? Thank you. Alright, let's get back to Midnight Dew then. Grazed into more of the map on my way back, so uncovered a little bit more. Anyways, Midnight Dew. Oh, I'm on the wrong building. Midnight Dew's over there. No, you back off, crawler. We're not doing this. I'm busy. Are you actually gonna come up here? Nope. How goes the search, adventure? Did you find anything? A wooden box filled with various odds and ends, wrongfully taken from Midnight Dew of Aetherflow. My stock! Well, one chest worth of it anyway. There's still some missing, but this is a damn good start. You've got the nose of a bloodhound, lass. I'll be wanting to lend to that sniffer of yours to track down the rest of my property. But for now, we have flight. Let's finish off the quest chain, though, to finish off today. Midnight Dew appears to be chewing her perfectly painted lips. I've just had word from my crew. They've sighted an empty skiff roped up along the cliffs of the south. The bandits must have been planning to lower their loot down into it and sail away into the sunset. The boat's moored south of St. Mosian's Arboretum. I'm heading down there now. Are you coming or what? You can count on me. Let's go track down these bandits now that we can fly. Are they really planning to leave through? Does this even connect it? I guess there's a stream up that way. But it's pretty shallow. Are they actually like planning to? What are they gonna get from here? The boat's still there, but no signs of the bandits. Chances are they've holed themselves up somewhere in the mountains. I'll stay down here and keep a lookout. Meanwhile, I'd have you head up into those hills and see if you can flush them out. Where is the boat? I'd imagine it'd be visible from where Midnight Dew's standing since she's keeping an eye on it, but I don't see it. Well, they probably wouldn't have strayed too far from the river so they don't lose track of their boat. Yeah, this is a nice clearing, good for camping. Good for bandits to hide out and get their asses kicked by me. Oh, that scream! Yeesh! Well, they weren't very tough at all. Good news, Midnight Dew. Those thieves were nothing. Your goods should be safe. Though I actually didn't see anything up there. What? The bandits ambushed you? No offense, lass, but I'm glad it was you I sent up into those hills and not one of my Gobbie mates. They wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes, but you, well, there ain't a scratch on you. And another 2 bandits down, eh? The skiff of theirs held 8, so there can't be many left to catch now. Can I count on you to see this through to the end, adventure? We've killed 5, 6 so far? How many was it in the first match? 3? Alright, I'll take the silver pieces. Midnight Dew's goblin comrades are in urgent need of assistance. Oh no. Thanks for taking care of those bandits, adventure, but it seems the low-down curs have already gotten their own back. They've attacked a pair of my Gobbie mates who I sent searching the ruins. I've just had word from them over Link Pearl. They tracked the bandits down to the broken bridge, but the dirty dogs spotted them and gave them a hiding. They're hurt, but they'll live, provided the bandits don't decide to finish the job. Come on, lass, we've got to get down there. Oh, goody. Broken Bridge is to the south? Oh, right, this one. Oh, in which case the boat might also be over here. And that, yeah, they could probably lower the boat down into the Thaliok from there, though it would be a rather dangerous drop, I think. Psh, shko! Gobbie's better at treasure hunting than bandit hunting. Gobbie's got spell singed. Shko! Good Gobbies I catch bandits, but bad bandits I catch Gobbies. Gobbie's no match for Magic Man. Okay, they are spellcasters. We gotta watch out for that. that's him, the leader of the bandits who stole my stuff. Go and get him, Adventure. I'll stay here and look after the Gobbies. Yeah, you make sure no one gets to them while I'm dealing with this. Oh, for shite's sake, you Gobbie-loving do-gooders just won't take piss off our answer, will ya? If you want us to taste of the same medicine we gave your mates, I'm only too happy to oblige. Oi, you lot, get her! Alright, I did fight 3 in the first round because there are 3 of them here. And of course they were hiding off in the corners. Okay, you get your ass over here, you jerk! You again! But what happened to my... Ah, oh, bugger. Alright, lass, you got me. Bang the rights. I'll come quiet, just let me live, I beg you. Alright, well... Midnight Dew, keep your eyes on him while I've got my back turned. The bastard surrendered, has he? Heh, I thought rats fought back when you had him cornered. Thanks for all your help, Adventure. I reckon I can take care of things from here. Meet me back in Aetherflow and I'll give you a reward. Alright then, let's head back. Alright, Midnight Dew. You got all your stuff back? Good to see, good to hear. Thanks for all your help back there, Adventure. If it hadn't been for you, I don't think I ever would have gotten my goods back. And a nice new set of clothes to boot. Shame we couldn't have kept the skiff, but that wastrel needed something to hide himself home in. You took his clothes! Seems there have been more and more bad eggs finding their way into the hinterlands of late. All the scum of Eorzea floated in on the tide, thieves and murderers on the run from the city-states looking to hide out in the old Charlian ruins. But thanks to you, we're one gang down and I'm back in business. The Gobbies weren't too hurt neither. Lucky I had some aloe leaves to heal their burns. I thought losing my stuck might tear us apart and us and the Gobbies apart, but now we're closer than ever. It'll sure owes you one, Adventure. I'm glad I could help. Alright, this was a longer one, but I wanted to get the flight unlocked and I didn't want to leave any threads hanging. So, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, next week we're finishing the last of the combat job quests for Heavensward. And then we're going to start up on the last stretch of the main story. I will see everyone next time for that.